That means that everyone here in America not wanting to partner with legal immigrant paperwork under Homeland Security in their businesses when they reach the FCC level. Practically means that they don't want to take any formal U.S. citizenship and immigration procedure notice paperwork for public benefits under the A number or the ALIN number. And that just says the Americans practically wouldn't care if any of the kids who were born here illegally were sold or lost into the black market. Because if they get married and they go through the immigration process legally through marriage protection and the husband or wife being the sponsor, and then let's say that one of them loses a job or leaves the marriage, that's adult Americans, racist adult Americans, saying that they agree that there shouldn't be any help, any public help from any business tied to federal paperwork that takes social security numbers but doesn't take A numbers or ALIN numbers, which are both identification numbers, just like a social security number. And none of them, as I know, provide any retirement, practically a retirement bank account. Or the 1040, a agriculture construction retirement plan. And instead, they're advocating for that person to become homeless, lose everything, and then possibly get trafficked and lost in the black market. Trying to search for help. So that they can have a record so that the police can find them and recognize them and more than just a face. That includes eating habits and clothes that they like to wear, or the type of shoes that fit their feet. Just simple, important, everyday thing. Because finding water access sometimes isn't always possible. And that could be the only way for the police to come up with places they could end up dehydrated or killed or drugged after being used and not paid for work. And then later lost because they may be disfigured or in a different state, if that's what it took to be told that someone is willing to pay money for work, and then they're left or hurt and then left. And then no one really knowing or caring if they have access to that notice and if it actually works under fresh police eyes that are racist. And don't hand out a community, town, or city pamphlet and instead throw them in somewhere under a unknown, no social security number name, and that's part of the notes. Doesn't have a social security number, and then they're in a jail cell or a cage with legal federal paper stating their procedure. If they are being helped by a lawyer under abuse and discrimination because of an unfulfilled protection and care by an abusive wife or husband, or just lost because they're still married and that person had to go find work because the wife or husband lost their job. And then they become too much of a burden for friends, or family. And there you go. They're abused. They're used to who knows what levels, and then dropped somewhere. To have that wife or husband worried about them or not, and there they are laying there dying all alone. See how that really does start from creating a good business that takes those numbers as a grant period, as a notice period, and very clean paper with federal contracts, federal law. This person has this Homeland Security piece of really official paper. Here you go. It's the same thing as a social security number. Here's the background check. It cleared. Okay, cool. From this time to this time, we can offer them the services we have for the rest of the people that have a social security number here in the United States of America.